Hi everyone, Drini here, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to talk about My Neighbor Alice and its token Alice. My Neighbor Alice is a pretty interesting game. It's kind of like Stardew Valley slash Animal Crossing. It's one of those nice crypto games where even if you do not necessarily care about its price action, you can still enjoy the game. But the best part about this, as compared to the other games I mentioned earlier, is you own all the assets. So you can either keep it, buy, or sell it to your friends. So let's look at the recent price action to see what we can see, okay? So the first thing to note about Alice is the way the price structure played out. It's very typical of other cryptos upon launch. When it launched in March of 2021, after an initial burst of price here, the sell-off started to happen. So you had a sell-off for around a month here, and then a relief rally, and then a further correction, or a massive sell-off right here. But then it started to pick up momentum right around June. When it did pick up, it did an Elliot Wave structure. So the story of Alice is really about Elliot waves, where you have a 5-wave run-up. So this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. It peaked at around $24 before having an ABC correction. Viewers of my channel are already very familiar with this. When you have a 5-wave Elliott structure to the upside, it's typically followed by an ABC correction. In this case, this is the A wave right here. This is the B wave, and this is the C wave. The recent price action of Alice here is a perfect example of why C waves tend to be very unpredictable. Because in other cryptos that we've covered, if you watch my other videos, the C waves of their price action tend to be very low. But in Alice's case, it appears to really have stopped around here at 950 or 940 and has since broken this trend and gone back to the upside. How do I know that the C wave is over? When the price action has shot past the B high, this whole pattern is now invalidated and we are ready to move on. Now, there are a couple of key questions that you may be asking. The first one is this it? Are we ready to start a 5-wave move to the upside again? Or is there something else that's happening? Let's look at recent price action to see where we are, okay? All right, so I'm going to zoom in to the ABC correction and just to see if we can find certain patterns. So far, when we look at the ABC price action, the whole structure was forming a horizontal triangle. So a horizontal triangle would be you start off at a particular price point, and as it goes up and down, so this one went down, had a relief, went down a little bit more, but as the price oscillated, if you notice, the price ranges became narrow and narrower. So when it went down here, it went up, but it formed a lower high, and then it fell back down, but it formed a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. When a particular price action coils up, it usually signifies that it's going to make a decision soon. So you either have a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. In this case, Alice's price action broke up to the upside. And when it broke up to the upside, we now have technical targets to the upside that the price action would go to. In this case, the technical target for this break is 2351. How do I know that? The technical target is usually the height of the horizontal triangle overlaid on the breakout. So this is your technical target for this triangle. When Alice broke out of this horizontal triangle though, if you notice, it started to form another horizontal triangle, but a smaller one. So you had a price run up here, then it went down, but then lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So with horizontal triangles, you can really go both ways. You can break out of here or break down from here, and whichever direction that it breaks out of it, then you have technical targets accordingly, which is again the height of this small triangle overlaid to when the price will break out. So if the Alice price breaks out of this structure, you now have another technical target of $20. So let's say it breaks out here You can imagine it will look like this. So it will probably break out here, maybe back test to the support, back test to the support, then start to move on and move on and move on to meet the two technical targets to the upside. So if you're wondering, if we were to form another bullish path to the upside, what's a potential price target for that wave? So typically, when we're trying to predict the future, which of course is impossible, but at least we can try to map out certain scenarios. Laying the Fibonacci retracement is really helpful because what you can do is you can target the recent high, so the wave 5 high versus the low of the correction, which is around here. You lay out your fibs so you can see where the price would go. In most cryptos so far that I've seen, the 1618 is a good target to have when it comes to an impulse wave target. So in this case, it's around 45-ish, depending on how well you match your lines right here. So you can imagine if we were to move up, it will most likely look like this. So you have a wave 1 here, a wave 2 correction, which is at around the current levels where we are. If we were to break out, we would most likely shoot all the way to the 1272, which is around $31. Rest at the 1, back test it as support for wave 4, and eventually reach our target of 45 in wave 5. And after that, an ABC correction will most likely follow, but it's a bit too early to map that out. So we'll leave this on for now and monitor Alice and see how it goes. And that's it. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.